Hey everybody, and welcome to your real estate market update for Airdrie for January 2023. And in December last month, we had kind of a tale of two extremes in the market. One segment's in a super extreme seller's market, and another segment's in an extreme buyer's market. So you're gonna wanna stick around to the end to find out which segments those are in. And also, don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. Next week, we're gonna be having our 2022 Airdrie Real Estate Year in Review and our 2023 market predictions videos coming up. So you're not gonna wanna miss those ones, so make sure you subscribe. But for now, let's just jump into it. All right, well, before we get into some of those super interesting stats, we're gonna pull up the Airdrie market graphic here, and you'll see that we had 87 sales in December and 57 new listings. Now, there is some major significance behind these numbers that we'll get into a little bit later. The sales and new listings that we had left us with an inventory of 119 listings to start the new year here in Airdrie, which gives us an overall month supply of just 1.37 months of supply in Airdrie right now. Now, just in these numbers, there is a lot to go over. Firstly, let's look at that new listings number. 57 new listings is the lowest we've seen in a single month in 9 years. December 2013 was the last time we had a new listings count lower than 57 listings, so that's pretty incredible to see. And that low new listings number translated into the highest single month sales to new listings ratio we have ever seen in Airdrie. And if you've been watching these videos for a while, you know that that sales to new listings ratio is a fairly important number in terms of how the market's performing right now. So that was definitely surprising and pretty interesting to see that breaking records for a single month here in Airdrie. So it definitely was a record-breaking end to our year in December here in Airdrie, but that doesn't mean that things are gonna really pop off and explode like they did in January of 2022. I really don't think that we're gonna see that happen, not in the way that it did in 2022 anyway, but you're gonna wanna stay tuned for next week for our market predictions for 2023 video that's gonna come out, and you'll get to hear what I think our market's gonna do here this year, both in the short term and towards the end of the year. All right, well, now let's look at some pricing data before we get into some really interesting price range data that I found for December. So for our prices here in Airdrie, our overall benchmark price for Airdrie barely moved in December, down just 0.2%, but it did vary slightly between each style of home. Detached homes are currently sitting at a benchmark price of $550,200, which is down just 0.1% compared to November, so hardly any move there at all. Semi-detached homes have a benchmark price of $422,700 right now, which is down about 0.3% compared to November. The townhome prices stayed basically completely even at $313,000 for December compared to November, and the apartments were the biggest loser in December, down about 0.5% since last month at a benchmark price of $214,400. So overall, not a whole lot of price difference from November to December, but we did notice last market update that we were seeing some difference in activities within the different price ranges in Airdrie, and in December it got even more extreme. So if you're thinking about making a move here in the next few months or the next year, you're definitely going to want to listen to this part. So if you remember at the beginning of the video, when we looked at our months of supply in overall Airdrie, we have 1.37 months of supply right now, but I want to break that down to some specific price ranges so you can see the different markets that we have going on. So if we look at our $0 to $300,000 price range market, and this includes all the styles of homes within that price range, we've got exactly 1 month supply in that price range. So that range is quicker than the Airdrie averages right now. If we go to the next price range, 300,000 to 600,000, in there we only have 0.88 months of supply in the market right now. So in that market, we are in that extreme seller's territory market where we've got less than a month of supply in the market. We've got lots of demand for that price range and not a whole lot of inventory. But if we jump up to the price range of anything above 600,000. Well, now that jumps up to 4.33 months of supply on the market, which is a massive change from that 300 to 600 price range. And that puts them now over 4 months, which is now in a technical buyer's market in that price range. But if we go a little further, and instead of saying above 600,000, we say anything above 750,000, well, now you're looking at 13 months of supply in the market right now, which is an insane number. So if you're in any of these price ranges right now, whether you're selling or buying, it's important to know what that specific market is doing in Airdrie, so you know how you should react. And if you're a seller in that upper price range over 750,000, you need to understand that it is extremely competitive with you against the other sellers right now. So you need to be doing every single thing that you can to get a sale over your competitors. So now that we know all these numbers, the best opportunity within the city that I'm seeing right now is if someone's upgrading their home and they're selling under that $600,000 price range, where you're in a seller's market, and if you're buying over that $600,000 price range where it's in a buyer's market. If you're making that move from that maybe starter home to your upgraded forever home, you're gonna be in a good position to do that right now, because you're gonna be kind of winning on both sides, which typically if you're selling and buying within the same market, usually you're gonna kind of cancel the market out. But right now we have such a drastic difference between the different price ranges that if you're doing certain movements within the market, you could really win right now. So definitely something to keep in mind if that sounds like something that you're planning to do in the near future. But if you don't have a move coming up in the near future, but you do like to stay updated on the market, I do have a monthly market report that I send out for each and every single neighborhood in Airdrie that goes over the specifics for just your neighborhood within the city. And it's a great way to stay up to date on the market in your neighborhood, and also see the homes that sold the last month and how much they actually sold for. So if you're interested in that update for your neighborhood, there's a link in the description to sign up for that. And that's about all I have for you this month. If you are looking to make a move, I'd be more than happy to have a chat, whether you're selling or buying. Give me a call, text, email. We can set up a consultation, chat about what your goals are, and make it happen here in 2023. Again, my name is Brad Walker with Real Broker, and we'll see you next month.